Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Paul George, what will we see from him?
Well, he's an exciting young player. Almost 6'10", great athleticism, length, dynamic finisher at the rim, and he can guard multiple positions defensively.
And you know what, Steve? His growth defensively has been just as impressive. He uses that length to great advantage, contesting shots and coming away with deflections and steals.
The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Shot's good. Milwaukee on D. 4-point game. This their first chance this season of playing the Pacers.
Yeah, a very familiar opponent. They've played these guys an awful lot over the years. This is the first of their 4 get-togethers this season.
A lot of familiarity with these two teams. Steve just kind of touched on. Clark, do you think it really does impact the rest of their matchups later in the season?
Absolutely, Kevin. It sure does. I mean, because for the winners today, they now know what game plan brought them success. So they've got a blueprint for the next meeting. For the losers, it's back to the drawing board for adjustments.
And Indiana making a change here. Stevenson's checked in and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Larry Drew gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They are up against Danny Granger, who is a guy who can hurt them in a lot of different ways. He talked about what his team needs to do to slow down Granger. One key will be to make sure he has to work for every shot, saying if we let him just catch and shoot in the corner, we're toast. We have to make him work for every shot he gets.
Thanks again, Doris.
Tore it down that time. You didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes. Now that is just simply pure power, fellas. A nasty throwdown right there.
I'm telling you, Steve, this building is in awe.
Is he blessed with amazing athleticism or what? That's just incredible.
And the jump to finish it off. Beauty.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems... Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Pass to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Delfino, and David West gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
One of the bright young head coaching stars in the league, Frank Vogel, took over the Pacers on an interim basis 3 seasons ago and immediately paid dividends. They had a strong finish to that season and his first season in a competitive first-round series against Chicago, and that success has continued to build and grow, and Frank Vogel deserves a lot of the credit.
The dish to Hibbert. Fires from 14. That's good.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss it. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
Knight against Hill. And Coach Vogel, the second youngest coach in the NBA last season, but he's been working in the NBA for 15 years, Steve, prior to that, prior to becoming a head coach.
Yeah, 5 years as a video coordinator, a couple seasons as an advanced scout, and then 8 years on the bench as an assistant. So he's definitely paid his dues and learned a lot on his way up the ladder.
Well, Indiana's success last season was built around its defensive prowess, and they usually would set the tone at the start of the game. They were one of the best in the league at allowing the fewest first quarter points.
Hit his leg, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Mayo into the lane. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Mayo's got 6. Going back to the Pacers once more, you knew they wanted to emphasize defense each game. Instead, they would always come out and get right in the offensive player's face to start the game.
And they allowed the fewest first-quarter points of any team in the league last year, Kevin. That's a great way to kind of set the tempo, set the tone in a ball game. And the Pacers were able to establish that defense right away.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And that one's good.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Stolen by Stevenson. Goes up. Oh! And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Delfino kicks to Ilyasova. Passes it to Delfino. Dishes to Udo. Udo gets the screen from Ilyasova. Clock at 4. Udo defended by West. Delfino. A full-court Hail Mary is offline.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
West kicks to Hill. The pass to Granger. Indiana moving it around. Now the feed to Hibbert. Tries from the block. No good off the back of the rim. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Memphis.
That was no picnic, though, guys. They barely hung on at the end of regulation and finally pulled it out in overtime.
Because of the way they got it done, Steve, that could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season.
Granger outside. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. The 4th spot is held by Roy Hibbert.
You know, he was a consistent shot blocker because he got his hands on shots that looked like they were free and clear, and then boom, he'd come out of nowhere and deny it.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Ridnour dishes to Pachulia. Pass to Ridnour. Shot to stop the run. Count that one. Pacers leading by 8.
You know, you look at Zaza Pachulia, and he's a guy I think that's underrated. He can really score around the basket. He knows how to use his body in a physical manner. And he can step out and knock it down from 15 feet, too.
Back to Pachulia, originally from the Republic of Georgia in Eastern Europe, and has played most of his career in Atlanta, Georgia.
You know, probably a little different from Atlanta.
It is, Steve. It is a lot different, actually, than the Republic of Georgia.
Just a little.
Yes.
But he's really solidified his place in the league. He's tough. He throws his weight around, draws fouls. All the things you like in a backup center.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper. How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 1st in rebounding, 4th in blocks. As far as free throw shooting as a team goes, not a strong suit. Top 20 in the league. A little bit of work to be done there.
But when you think about this club, the first thing that comes to mind is their ability to rebound the ball. Best in the league, so physical. They just pounded the glass, and that's how they tried to win games, just by being more physical than their opponents.
Ridnour against Hibbert. Smith kicks to Antetokounmpo. Smith outside. Feeds to Ridnour. There's the pick. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
This guy's a pick-and-roll wizard. I mean, he just has a feel for making the right play and for seeing the right angle and using the defense against themselves. It's impressive to watch.
That may be his greatest asset as an offensive player. The threat of him triggering the pick and roll always has the defense on its heels.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
The Bucks shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
You know, it had been a while since the Pacers were able to win their division. Matter of fact, the last time it happened was the season right before the NBA realigned the divisions to their current state back in 2004. But they were able to raise another banner last season.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it to Smith. He passes to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Pachulia. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Ridnour. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's stolen by Smith. From half court, shot misses. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pacers lead by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.